matchup, we have Gipsy Danger versus Striker Eureka. This is a matchup that I've seen people give the recommendation in the comments for a while. This is one that I know a lot of people have done, or at least I've seen a few big channels do this matchup. But Gipsy Danger comes into this matchup standing at 260 feet tall and is a Mark III Jaeger, while Striker Eureka is a Jaeger coming in standing at 250 feet tall and is a Mark V. Now, Gipsy Danger is piloted by Mako and Rally. For most of the movie, obviously, the movie starts out with Gipsy Danger being piloted by Rally and his brother, but then obviously after his brother dies in the battle with Knifehead, it switches to Mako and Rally. And Striker Eureka's pilots are Herc and Chuck Hansen, and obviously that changes when Stacker has to step in at the end of the Pacific Rim. As far as the weapons going into this battle, Gipsy Danger's main weapons include the 2 plasma cannons, the 2 chain swords, and the nuclear vortex turbine, along with some other minor weapons and abilities such as the elbow rocket, but those are the main weapons going into battle. Striker Eureka's main weapons going into battle include the sting blades, the chest cannons, and the brass knuckles. As far as the feats for both of these Jaegers, Gipsy Danger has 9 confirmed kaiju kills, while Striker Eureka has 11 confirmed kaiju kills. Gipsy Danger's kills include Knifehead, Leatherback, Otachi, Raiju, and Slattern, and many off-screen killings. Striker Eureka's killings include Mutavor and Scunner. Striker Eureka does have 11 confirmed kaiju kills, taking out a lot of kaijus that we did not see in the movie, but for sure Striker was taking out a lot of dangerous kaiju. And arguably the best feats for Gipsy Danger include fighting off not only all the kaijus I just named and killing all those very dangerous kaijus, but Gipsy Danger's best feat, in my opinion, was being able to fight off 2 kaijus under the water at the same time. And at one point, Gipsy Danger's fighting off 2 Category 4 kaijus, Raiju and Scunner, with 1 arm ripped off, even have an injured leg. Very impressive, and that's gotta be Gipsy Danger's best accomplishment, in my opinion. As far as Striker Eureka's feats go, Striker Eureka obviously was able to take down Mutavor in a matter of seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. Absolutely insane. A dangerous Category 4 kaiju like Mutavor to take it out that quickly is an insane feat, and that's up there for Striker's best feat, but I still think it might be when he took on Slattern. Category 5, absolutely massive kaiju, dangerous, the most deadly one ever seen to that point. Was able to stand up to it and actually make it call for help, make Slattern call for help. That's a very big accomplishment there. Stand right up to Slattern, stab it with the sting blades, and successfully scare it and make it have to call for help. As far as breaking this down, this is definitely a very close matchup. This is a very tough one. I know I've seen multiple videos about this because of how good of a matchup this is. Both of these Jaegers are so well known, and I love both of these Jaegers. These are 2 amazing Jaegers. They're both awesome, and as far as breaking this down, Gipsy Danger has the size, is standing at 260 feet tall compared to Striker's 250 feet tall, so just by the statistics alone, Gipsy does get size. Speed and agility, though, definitely goes to Striker Eureka. Now, while Gipsy Danger does show an insane amount of agility in the fight, specifically against Leatherback and Otachi flying through the air, there's no doubt that speed and agility goes to Striker Eureka. I mean, just watching that fight between Striker and Mutavor, there's no doubt. This kaiju's way quicker, way faster, and it's just insane the speed that it brings to the table. As far as durability goes, I'd have to give durability to Gipsy Danger. Now, we saw a lot more from Gipsy Danger, which might help it out a lot, but Gipsy Danger was able to take on so many kaijus, take so many hits, in particular, take probably the most amount of hits out of any Jaeger to keep going. The amount of hits it took from Leatherback, getting thrown around, hit by the crane, just getting things smashed on him, driven through a bridge, and just knocked back so many times, and then Count Otachi, getting hit by the tail, getting the acid spit near it, getting bit, getting hit around, getting dropped out of the sky, getting blown up. It is just insane the amount of durability Gipsy has, and I have to give durability to Gipsy Danger. Now, weapons, I'd have to give to Striker Eureka. Now, this is a very tough one. This is one where I really have to say, if we compared their weapons exactly, the melee weapons, comparing sting blades and chain swords, I would say are basically the same. And then, if you compare the long-range weapon with the chest cannons and plasma cannons, I'd say the plasma cannons are a little better, but here's why I'd actually give weapons to Striker. Is because basically, if you're comparing about these 2 fighting each other, I think the plasma cannon's more effective against kaijus than Jaegers, just because of the way they're used. because if I had to pick the weapons, I would pick, in particular, I'd pick Gipsy's weapons, but I'd rather have the weapons of Striker Eureka because of how Striker's able to use the weapons. The weapons for Striker Eureka, just like the Sting Blades, I feel outweigh all of Gipsy Danger's weapons because of how well Striker's going to be able to use these weapons. Yes, Gipsy Danger might have the better long-range weapon, but because of how quick Striker is, Sting Blades will be way more effective with that insane speed and agility versus Gipsy's deadly chainswords, but at a slower pace. And the final factor I'd have to discuss is feats. Now, feats is really tough as well, because Gipsy Danger is a legendary Jaeger that has done so much, was able to take on the 2 kaijus under the water at the same time, fight off 2 Cat 4s with 1 arm. But at the same time, Striker's a kaiju that takes down a Category 4 Munivore in seconds, is able to scare off a Category 5 that comes out of the breach. I mean, you're talking about some of the most insane feats ever. These are 2 Jaegers with insane feats, and you look either way and there's an amazing feat, an amazing accomplishment. With all the screen time, Gipsy Danger would have to get feats in this category, because not only was Gipsy able to take down so many kaijus on screen, but Gipsy was able to fight off multiple at the same time, and I'm sorry, I just can't get by Gipsy fighting off 2 Category 4s under the water with an injured leg and 1 arm. This is a feat that I just can't get by, and Striker has amazing feats, but nothing compared to that. But with all that in mind, I gave the size, durability, and feats to Gipsy Danger, and I gave speed and agility and weapons to Striker Eureka. But who wins this fight? If these 2 were just lined up, they actually wanted to kill each other, wanted to take each other out, let's say Mako and Rally are in Gipsy Danger, and Herc and Chuck Hansen are in Striker Eureka. Gipsy has the size, has insane durability, but ultimately, we're talking about human brains in these Jaegers, and Striker knows exactly what to do in order to take down a Jaeger, and that's to go to the comp pod. This is what both of them would be trying to do, is really try to attack the comp pod area. It's going to be the weakest, and we'll really know all the weak spots. Now, it's not guaranteed they're going to get right through that comp pod, but if I had to give a bet, the long-range weapons will basically be useless, because if one of them decides to use them, it will take too long. Even if it takes a few seconds, it will take too long for them to actually engage those and do damage before the next one's already on them. So I'm guessing they'll switch to melee. And if we're thinking about Gipsy Danger charging with the chainsword and Striker Eureka charging with the Sting Blades, I ultimately think if this gets in a melee battle, Striker's going to be far quicker. And if you think about a melee battle with them dishing out attacks back and forth and taking them, I ultimately think that Striker will be able to dodge better, will be able to attack better with the Sting Blades. And I ultimately think, just no matter how this breaks down, Gipsy's insanely durable, but Striker will be quicker, and if this gets in a melee battle, I really do think that Striker will win this fight, and will find a way to win in the end. Gipsy Danger definitely won't go down easy, but that speed and agility with those weapons will be so hard to counter, and I just don't see how Gipsy Danger can really top that speed agility, the insane speed and agility that Striker brings to the table. Striker's not as durable, but I do think Striker will find a way to win with that speed and agility and weapons, and will get the win in the end. But make sure you let me know down below who you think will win in this matchup. I really think this could go either way. These are 2 of my favorite Jaegers in the movies. They're in my top 5 list. They're absolutely amazing Jaegers, and this is an amazing matchup. I hadn't done it for a while because I saw other people did it, but I know a lot of you were requesting me to do this, so I hope you enjoyed it. I haven't done a Jaeger matchup in a while, so it's definitely fun. But make sure you let me know down below who you think will win in this matchup, and thanks for watching.